Viewer discretion is advised.
I swear, I'm a professional. I promise. Don't question the professionalism. We're a quality production here at Pwnecast. Happy Thursday. You're listening and or watching Pwnecast. This is episode 243. We are in patch 8.1.5. Tonight we're going to be talking about all the important gaming matters that matter to you. Everything that matters to you. Probably not anything that matters to you. But guys, that's not the point here, right? Like this... We don't listen to people. We don't want to conversate about anything you guys care about. That's not even what this show's about. We're just here giving life advice and tax information. I'm just kidding, guys. That's not really what's happening. But we are going to talk about the Jaina statue hate. There's a lot of hate on this Jaina statue. We're going to go in depth to figure out exactly what the hate is. Orc versus humans. It's making a comeback, guys. Don't call it a comeback, though, because they've been here for years, right? LL Cool J? No? Am I too old? That's cool. We have other vital, when I say vital, I mean vital World of Warcraft topics that you totally need to hear about, or you probably don't need to hear about, but we're going to talk about them anyway. But we have that and much, much more, so make sure you guys stay right here.
In 2014, a crack commando unit was banned from trade chat for comments they didn't make. These men and women promptly escaped from the Stormwind stockades to the Ironforge underground. Today, still hunted by the trolls of trade chat, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, then maybe you can hire the Pwnecast. Leader and brains of the operation, it's Belle.
I want tacos so bad.
Betrayer of the priestly order and huntard extraordinaire. It's Remedies.
Then how did you eat it in the first place?
With the Pwnecast team assembled, let the battle for Azeroth begin.
I really have to get the intro fixed up because it's really weird without having these other two fine gentlemen introduced. Then nobody knows who they are. They're just here to be eye candy? No? Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. I suppose I should unmute them now. But welcome back. If you're new to Pwnecast, my name is Belle, and I apologize in advance for anything we say.
For being Belle?
Yeah, I mean, just for being me in general. But yeah, I totally apologize.
Sorry, I was looking at the statue the whole time.
And I did bring the Riders of Rohan with me. I do have Remedies, Secret Sauce, and Envy.
Hi. Hi.
Which Envy can't be bothered with the troubles of man.
Just one man in general. It's Sauce.
Mm-hmm. It's right here.
Are you guys tweeting nudes to each other? Is that?
No, we're Discording each other through our phones. So much
I was
easier.
just complimenting him on his purchase at Ralph's, evidently.
All my light bulbs.
Oh yeah, the over excessive purchase of light bulbs. Got it. I'm not gonna judge your.
You can never have too many light bulbs.
I mean,
my roommate appreciates it because he can see in the kitchen now.
Could he not before though?
We'll just say that we didn't have a lot of light bulbs in the kitchen.
They disappeared, or
no, like they were burnt out. They were bad.
You never heard of the Bull Bandit?
Was your freaking microwave the only source of light?
No, it was actually the underneath the microwave.
Am I the only one that struggles with light in general? Like, in terms of, like, not having it in the refrigerator?
Well, I mean, yeah, you're a warlock, so...
Sylvana struggles with the light?
No, but I mean, like, in the refrigerator. Like, when the light bulb goes out, it's, like, DEFCON 2 in this house.
Nah.
Guys, nighttime is a scary time to be hungry and not have your light bulb work in your refrigerator.
I go to work at night, so I don't even realize what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's doesn't fall into his.
He's got like Carl's Jr. open 24 hours. And...
Why would you want to go to Carl's Jr.?
That's a lie. Their website's full of crap.
Well, to be fair, like Carl's Jr. isn't as great as it used to be. I remember when it used to be like the place to get a burger.
You could never go wrong with a double Western. Ever.
Yeah, it's not good.
Sounds like an Eiffel Tower.
It's just overpriced at this point. Like, get in line with everybody else because everybody else has dropped their prices. Quit charging for a $5.
But I want a box meal.
I could make you a box meal for like $1.99.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Like that's a
Let's
deal.
take it.
I think all of us want one now.
Yeah,
So.
for sure.
That shit's probably gonna consist of ramen and some mayonnaise packets, but
Hey, that works. You know, send that. I'm gonna back your DitchCon if you send that.
see, that's what I should do. I was thinking about that actually because the subject of DitchCon came up recently this week, and I thought, I want to try to offer like some cooler things,
Like ramen packets.
Like-
some
Not
cooler
the
tea.
noodles, just the SMG packets.
like a belly dance from Envy or something. Like I don't know. I just feel like let's just get crazy, see where the wind takes us.
Let's get crunk.
something colors of the wind. I
Is
know,
is crunk still a term that's used, or is it
We
just
can-
among the teenagers?
Yeah, we can bring it back.
I don't think it's around
We
anybody.
can bring anything back.
Good
We're
enough.
just trying to make fetch happen.
Oh god.
Fetch might happen.
I hate-
But
I hate you.
let's talk about what's happening for Tuesday, April 2nd's reset. The weekly is going to be the Pet Battle Bonus event.
My
The,
favorite.
PvP Brawl.
Yeah.
The PvP Brawl is going to be... I keep...
Say it. Say it. Fine. Deep.
It's Deep 6. Now, I
Yes.
just want to say that it's how I know that pervs probably are the ones who decide the names of these things, because it's like, what is it, Deep Wind Dunk? Okay, that makes sense because there's wind and dunk. Like, there's other things along with that sentence. But Deep 6, like, what are... I'm immature. I
I
laugh
don't
when
even know
people
which one
say
that is.
duty. Like, what... I don't...
That's the panda one.
No, you do like it's like 3 players, or sorry, 6 players, and
Yeah, so you have your Temple of Katmogu, your Warsong Gulch, there's another one, Silver Shard Mines. And basically, there's just like, it's 6 versus 6, and there's some adaptations where, like, for Temple, there's only 2 orbs. For Silver Shard Mines, there's like 1 less cart, or there might even only be 1 cart. I actually don't remember.
I think it's only 2.
And then, like, Warsong Gulch, the flags
The
are
map's cut
closer
in half.
together. Yeah. So
Oh.
it's just, to me, I kind of
Okay.
like this in particular just because it gives you the opportunity to do bigger battlegrounds in a smaller scale and probably quicker. Because I think it's easier to wrangle in 6 randoms than try to wrangle in
15.
15.
Yeah.
Well,
agree.
that's a theory. I don't know if that's an actual valid theory, but I feel like I'm not too far off the mark there.
where's your data on this? I'd like to see it.
Yeah, I want to see your metrics.
Somebody asked me that question this morning at work, and my response was, I can't tell you my response, but
That was a good one.
somebody might be watching. But, guys, it's been a day. It's been a day. It's
Mhm.
been a week, really. It's been
Yeah.
a life. But I'm really excited because this weekend I'm meat smoking.
Whoa.
Oh, I bet you are.
She's doing the deep 6.
Right.
Oh, yes.
So me and my husband have been having this conversation since like yesterday, where I'm
About
trying to
meat smoking and
decide.
deep 6.
I'm trying to decide what it is I actually want to smoke first, to like season and break in the smoker. You'd think it would be
Same.
like a relatively easy decision, but guys, it isn't. Like, meat's complicated.
All of the above.
I just thought of like getting maybe one from each meat
Type of protein.
type and just slap all that in there.
I mean, you could. I don't see why not.
I also have a cold smoker attachment, which means I can smoke my own cheeses and get down with
Oh,
some fish,
no.
which is really exciting. So, like,
Jesus.
all
There
of these
comes the
things,
fancy
Jesus is gonna
crackers.
get her. Yeah.
all of these things combined make for a really good time. And then combine that
Smoke some
with
grapes
this
while you're at it too.
Deep 6 situation. That's good living. You can't. It's really hard to say no to that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
although I don't know why I have it on here, because we have a show next week that we'll talk about it, but March of the Tadpoles is going to be April 5th. It's probably a good idea for me to tell you guys ahead of time, just so that you could plan just because that's, you know, it's
That immediate Friday, yeah.
it's Murlocs, and why wouldn't you, right? Like,
I'll make sure that I don't log on.
wow, why the hate?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Just hide your wives.
Tall.
Literally, though. Like, you have to be careful around your wives because they're not safe. And if you're married, single creeps aren't safe either, guys. Like, it's not a good world out there in this day and age.
Nah.
You're left with two options. Tinder, which I'm told is still relatively good for efficiency purposes via the swipe. And then there's online dating, which is the fad of the world.
Well, I mean, everything's blended together in terms of online dating and Tinder. So
Sure.
Some people can use World of Warcraft for it.
How many guilds have suffered because the guild master dated somebody in the guild, or vice versa, or there were co-GMs that were married and then got separated and it split the guild in half? Because I've heard those stories for years.
Actually, yeah, no, so before Riders, I actually had 2 guilds previously that fell apart from a love triangle or some type of relationship that fell apart. So it happens quite frequently.
That's why my husband is in upper management. No offense. I'm just saying.
Touche.
He was officer for like a small, brief period of time, and that was really just for him to
say.
And then someone started flirting with him, and then it just.
No, it was so that if he needed to add somebody to the guild, he could. But then I demoted just because I don't remember. He either stopped playing or I don't. I'm sure there was a really good reason, but I just feel like you should save your guild the trouble. If you are listening to this or you're watching this and you are a couple that is co-running a guild and
just stop.
You are that couple that thinks it will never happen to you, guys. You shouldn't suffer your guild through those kinds of things because that kind of shit sucks.
Imagine like the divorce papers and they try and do legality with the guild somehow.
Yeah,
I want half of the guild, Matt.
It's terrible. I could not imagine putting a guild through that. Like, that just sucks. Like, we've had our share of like turmoil in the guild where, you know, the guild's kind of been through some stuff, but Envy's bringing in some very cool characters, I think.
Yeah.
I'm saying that publicly. I'm saying that publicly to make sure that I'm not.
That makes you cool now.
Yeah, it's funny because the ability for us to understand our own verbiage at any moment is pretty amazing. Like, Envy sent me to the naked eye would be a very cryptic series of text messages. But to me, they all made perfect sense, and I knew exactly what he was trying to say. And I think he even said, like, I hope you're able to figure out, like, what the fuck I'm saying to you. And I'm like...
Well, was he drunk or high?
Both.
Probably both, but, like, I understood it in perfect... I knew exactly what he was talking about. He was basically saying, like, Bean Dip transferred to the guild, which is great, because, you know, Bean Dip's cool.
Did you send a picture of Bean Dip?
I would have.
No, but so, like, what he said, like I said, if we didn't know each other, and you're just, like, if my husband, well, and my husband knows him, but if my husband had gotten that, he wouldn't have been able to decipher what the fuck Envy was saying. But I knew exactly what he was saying, so, but, which was kind of funny, I laughed for a good few minutes. But yeah, don't drag your guild through. Don't make them suffer for your poor choices. And I'm not going to do it. Never mind. We'll save that for another time. But, so hotfixes. There isn't really anything that I care to mention except the Flight Master's whistle no longer drops players in unintended locations. Where was this dropping players?
I didn't know that happened.
Where was it taking people? Was it taking them to the bar, a strip club? Like, where in Azeroth were they being dropped off?
That doesn't sound so bad.
I feel cheated all of a sudden, actually.
Right? It just doesn't feel like it's a whole lot of bad to me. So, I don't know where people were being dropped off at, but maybe, I don't know. I was trying to think, like, where it would be bad. Maybe they weren't even dropping them in the same, like...
Maybe it was just dismounting people?
Oh, I mean, that was a issue I had a long time ago with Flight Masters is if like if you got kicked off the game, you'd be just falling off the flight. But
Yeah, that's
I
not,
never hear about any issues with the whistle.
that's not fun. It
Past
sucks
what
when
4 years we've had it.
it sucks when you're doing something important in game and then it disconnects you and you're like shit.
Oh, that sounds like earlier, huh, Rim?
Especially when you're like in war mode and you're doing random stuff out in the world and then
Oh man.
you reload at a flight path because you thought you were safe. You landed safely, but
You didn't come back safely.
you didn't because you know there's a disconnect from when you log out to when your character physically leaves the game. So
That's always the best.
you log in dead and you're like, wow, that's great.
I want to know why. It's because it's your counterpart that kills people at Flight Pass that killed you.
What?
Because you like to farm flight paths.
I
Oh,
mean-
yes, you're right.
Yeah, I don't mind. That doesn't make me sad. That doesn't even make me sad that they killed me. Though I did have a very, very emotional experience in another game I played, which Envy was very fortunate and privy to have to listen to what was going on. It was really bad. It's not relevant. I'm not going to talk about it right now, but it was. I thought I was going to.
So if you don't care that you die in a game, are you still like considered being a nihilist? Maybe.
I mean, like, if somebody feels like after a few hits of somebody, you know if they're there, right? Like, you know if they're active. If they're not responsive to, like, the first attack and they're not doing any defensives, they're not doing any CCs, especially if I'm a warlock and you know that, like, I could hurt you a little bit. It'd take me a minute, but whatever. Like, if you feel good about that, that's cool, because I feel good about that.
Can we find out?
What do you mean?
Nothing.
What are you saying to me? Are you...
I mean, you know, I just want to CC you a little bit and see if you respond.
Why? Because you're a rogue. I don't even know how you get out of a rogue CC these days.
I don't know. There's like 7 different.
You stream and spray and then just pray for the best.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good look on anyone. There isn't a whole lot of, like, things for people to complain about in terms of hotfixes, so
Nah.
not like a huge deal. But let's see. MDI, guys. I think Envy should do MDI things.
Most determined imbeciles.
Oh.
I think he could totally do it. Does anybody
I'm
second that?
you, Donovan.
I know that I do well in that.
Does
that
anybody else
delicious
second that
icy?
motion?
My delicious.
No?
Going in icy now.
Yeah, I think you do fantastic.
Yeah, I think you should do it.
Yeah, you should totally do it.
I don't know that I can go to all the events if I'm.
Yeah,
making that.
I mean, it's a lot.
I only perform well when I'm drunk. Well, that came out.
Poor Lena, man.
Yeah, it's all about breaking records, you know.
Again, poor Lena.
Breaking hearts.
She's got the worst. I wouldn't say that, but she's got the worst of us all. She's got the worst of us all, guys. So the spring stuff for the MDI, which for those of you who don't know, Mythic Dungeon Invitational, which is
Oh
cool.
wait, no, isn't it changed from invitational?
Oh,
No.
international. Excuse me. Sorry.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Because we're international now. So the proving grounds are open. They open the proving grounds up. Everybody has a shot. So this isn't like a case where you have to sell your soul to be able to get into this competition. You basically just go to you do the proving grounds and you do 5 level 14 mythic pluses and try to get
It's all based on time, right?
Yeah, it's all based on time. So every week after that, there's time trials for the region. So for each region, you have your own set of time trials. And then the top 8
That's not bad. I mean,
does broadcasting things. And I am pretty sure the MDI's LAN. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe it isn't LAN. It might just be the cups that are LAN.
I would think it's the cups. That'd make way more sense.
Yeah, I went full retard. But the first one is coming up for West Cup is going to be March 30th through the 31st. And then the East Cup will be April 5th through the 6th. And then, of course, we'll continue every week through there, which is great. I love that you can have your PvE and your PvP stuff kind of switching off, and there's always something to do. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoy it when it's the times of day when I'm in my room, so that I could watch it on the big screen. But it's good.
They have a really big casting team. It's not just like the 4 for arenas. They got 6.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, because you got like your normals, which is like Sloot, Sours, and Tuttles.
Right.
And then
Titles.
and Automatic Jack is kind of a normal one too. But I think it's good that they're kind of keeping that fresh and hip. I don't know.
Hip.
I don't know if it's
Hip.
fresh or hip, but anything that supports what we do with this game, I support it. So if you guys are interested, watch it. If you're not interested, who fucking cares? Give it a view. Throw it on your computer and just,
What time would it be on?
I'm
Dude,
just saying,
does it
like,
state?
I'm trying to support our people. So the times are
Now.
Pacific. So I think you're on Pacific. Aren't you Pacific?
Yeah. What is it, 30th and 31st?
Yeah, so the 30th through the 31st, it's like, wow, that's
8.
really early. 8
Yeah.
a.m. What the fuck?
That's
Rather
not
than
good.
midnight.
I would rather do midnight.
I think that's probably why, though, they want to do it earlier. Because one of the things that are kind of a struggle for the PvP tournaments is they do run super late. That shit's exhausting for people.
Well, yeah, because a match takes, 20 minutes.
Oh, shit, longer than that.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, which is fine. But, like, when they go, like, 5-5 and shit like that, like, when it's down to the wire, that just extends it even more.
Mm.
True.
So...
Yeah, speaking of the Deep Six.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't...
Stupid.
I'm not connecting the dot there.
Extends, Big 6, Deep 6, whatever.
Fucking
But-
Christ. Fucking Christ. I can't even.
Yeah, you can. You're doing it right now.
Can you odd?
So, GOG. Somebody tell me what that is, because I was unaware of this particular site.
Gods of Games.
Games over gains, or games over
Gains
games,
over games?
or gains over games, depending on which perspective you're going to go with. I don't know what GOG is.
How about just games of games? That sounds way better.
Yeah,
Just
games of games.
.com.
Well, what is it like? Apparently, it's a like a marketplace for games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like that Green Man Gaming. Yeah.
I guess I don't understand its purpose. Like, don't we have G2 Gaming, G2A, whatever it's called? That's
Yeah,
right.
it's just several different platforms of buying games. You have GOG, Green Man Gaming,
Well,
G2A, Kingwin.
They've partnered up with World of Warcraft for a nice little bundle. And obviously this is because, the 25th anniversary, World of Warcraft and all of that good stuff. World of Warcraft Orcs versus Humans and Warcraft 2.
Yep.
Which is, they're calling it the BattleNet edition. And that does come with Tides of Darkness as well as...
Oh, they changed the
Beyond the
name.
It does come with Tides of Darkness and Beyond the Dark Portal expansion. So basically, you can go and buy this bundle, and you could do the cha-cha.
Real smooth
All right.
now,
Cool.
yeah.
Cha-cha's always fun.
And a little bit of a thing. Warcraft 2: Tides of Darkness was my first PC game I played ever.
Damn.
Oh,
I remember my first beer too.
right.
I mean, I was 2 when it came out. So
The bundle, it's only $14.99. The only thing that kind of frustrates me is, like, I can't use my BattleNet balance to buy this crap, right?
Nah.
No, because it's different platform.
Yeah. Different vendor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't understand why you would sell something that's your property on somebody else's website, so I can't use the money that I have on my my BattleNet balance.
Because they're partnering with each other.
Well, they can
and-
partner these nuts, but that's really irritating. I
yeah?
literally keep balance
Can you
on.
tweet that and tag me in that?
I keep balance on my
Okay,
BattleNet
that's-
specifically to purchase stuff through BattleNet.
Yeah, well, GOG doesn't care. So.
Ooh. Yeah. Do you want me to Venmo you some money? I'll send you like
You're
20
the fourth person that said that to me this week.
You understand why, right?
No, well, I do know why they're trying to send me money because I've been fucking killer this week at work, and I would send me money too. But I have this, I have a group of CSMs that I work closely with for my job, and I put out some fires for them. And he's like, "Hey, give me your Venmo account, and I'll send you taco money." And I was like, "What is that? I don't. What is it? What is that account? Can't you just good old fashioned PayPal it like the rest of the world?" And then he like tried to get me to understand, and it was not.
Do you want me to PayPal you somebody?
I know, right? Let's make this easier.
It was just really bizarre that that's like the norm.
How did you say no to tacos though?
It wasn't that I didn't say no. It was that I had to stop and set something up, which was not convenient in the middle of my day. Real talk, I showered today for the first time in 2 days. And I'm not ashamed of that, guys, because I changed my fucking underwear and I put on deodorant. But
flipping them around doesn't count.
Oh, no. We don't do that inside out shit.
Or inside out.
But, like, it's been a lot of stuff going on.
I see.
So, it was just lazy. I'm like, well, I'll set it up at some point because I don't understand what that is.
Oh, you can't. Oh.
All the cool kids are doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I heard the same conversation and the same speech in Dare.
If you want some nostalgia, or maybe you haven't played these two, go get them. I'm gonna purchase them. I'm still frustrated. I haven't confirmed that I can't do it with, like, there isn't a link through for me to be able to use BattleNet Balance, but I assume that's not the case.
Nah, it's not that.
I'm gonna get it anyway just because I own all of Blizzard stuff, even if I don't play it. But
some of the best games ever. It still holds up.
Yeah, I think it's nice to kind of do those kinds of things, and I don't have a problem walking down a memory lane that I wasn't a part of because that was before.
Oh, so are you gonna play Classic?
No, why the fuck would I play Classic again? Why would I go from having running water and electricity and technology to the fucking Dark Ages, killing my own food in the fucking backyard and skinning it and milking cows and shit? Guys, nobody wants to do that shit.
Oh, I'm out of mana as a warlock. Melee.
Oh my god. I got a survey today actually from Blizzard. It was great.
I can't imagine just walking around hitting shit with sticks. Just doesn't feel... Those kinds of things just don't feel good to me. However, that's because Classic is an older version of what I'm playing now. Like, in terms of, like, Warcraft 2 and Orcs versus Humans, I didn't play them. Like, that's not where I got my start. So, I was playing other games that were Korean in nature. So...
Perfect World?
No.
Oh, yeah, no, that one.
Red Moon.
Moon, yeah.
I played that from, like, 13 until, literally, like, I was playing WoW still. Like, when I started playing WoW in 2008, I was looking for something anyway to transition off of that because the popularity for the Red Moon stuff kind of started to die, and the developers they were never actively developing it, which is what I liked about it. I enjoyed that they didn't actively develop it. I know that sounds weird.
A little bit.
But I didn't have to deal with bugs and all those kinds of things. They're occasional, but it was just it was a good community of people, and the server dominance was the purpose, and my brother was the best at server dominance, and I rode hard with my brother because that was what he was good at, and it was good times. But so I didn't get to have a lot of those experiences. So when I did, like, the demo at
oh yeah.
When I did
for the Reforged, yeah.
Yeah, when I did the demo, I thought, well, this, like, I would have fallen in love instantly had I have played.
Yeah, that's what got me into gaming was Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 3.
Yeah, had this have crossed my path, like, I played a lot of EverQuest in college, but had this have, crossed my path, like, I would have been obsessed even earlier than I was, which I guess it's a good thing that isn't the case.
Yeah.
So go get it if you want to, gift it, do a thing, give the gift of life, because because the gift of life. Now,
it's a hard knock.
So I'm on Twitter, right? And I'm like, okay, what fresh fuckery? Because I haven't been on, in terms of, like, haven't really talked on Twitter just because there's a lot of throw up going on, and I don't want to really throw my hat in that ring. So I just lurk, scroll and judge, essentially. So I'm like, okay, what fresh fuckery are we going to deal with today? Who's angry about what? for World of Warcraft or Blizzard. Let's see it. And then I see all this stuff about this Jaina statue. So I realize with statues or with anything that is a smaller version of our visual expectation from things in game, not even just the models, but like cinematics and stuff like that, I realize that that has the power to go awry.
It sure does.
We learned that from the Warcraft movie toys. Medivh literally...
Oh, God, those toys are...
Yeah, he looked awful.
Oh, God.
He looked like a ginger lumberjack. I don't know what was going on. Because Medivh isn't a ginger. Like, it was... The orc stuff they got right. It's really hard to screw up orcs, though, right? Like...
A little bit.
But, like, literally, Medivh looked derpy as fuck. Like, I thought he had the downs.
He looked derpy and...
So we know that it potentially, you know, whatever their final version, rendition...
Right next to my computadora.
And I still, like, I have all mine there right here.
He protects the computer.
Well, you know what bothers me, though, about those toys? Is, like, I have a series of Avenger and Marvel. People call them toys. They're not toys. They're figures.
They're action figures.
They're action figures.
With Kung Fu grip.
But I have, like, a beautiful Thanos that's, like, this tall.
Oh, yeah?
And... it's pretty damn good in terms of quality. Why can't they get these guys that are doing this stuff? Because that's top notch.
My Lothar looks like he's crying, actually, now that I'm actually looking at it. He has a tear.
Does
he knows he's going to die.
Because he knows there's no sequel.
Aww.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Maybe in 10 years.
Damn, that would...
Why do you have to say such evil and
That was
horrible
just-
things? Like, that was hurtful. Words hurt.
I'm just a realist, all right? If I ever have children, I'll be like, the Easter Bunny doesn't exist, Santa's fake, and you know what? There is no...
Why are you telling me this now? Like, my life is just ruined
You guys
now.
better hope
So-
that my husband does not have the show on speaker.
Oh, speaking of the statues, though, like, there's those Blizzard Legends one.
Hold on, let me...
Or-
He might be a bad husband and isn't listening anyway, in which case it doesn't matter. Guess what? He's a bad husband and isn't listening, so it doesn't matter.
Aw, he's fired.
It doesn't. It's fine.
No, he's just...
There's the statues where it's Sourfang and Gang Greymane. I like those versions of the statues.
They're
when
they're like animated versions, which I kind of
Yeah,
like.
when they're hyper realistic that are small form, it doesn't
It wouldn't surprise me
come
that
out right.
small form is exciting to men.
It's how you use it.
That's not. That's just something women tell you to make yourself feel better. We just lie to you to get you out the fucking door.
Hey, whatever.
Sure, we'll call you.
I got dinner in the state. Let's go.
Sure, we'll answer the phone. But, so, this statue, obviously, I go look at it, like, what's the deal? So first I'm going to show you the top to bottom view of the statue. If you want to go look at it, you can check it out on the gear store. I think it's in pre-order, question mark. So
It's pre-order.
here's the full statue. Now on the website, they have a ton of pictures kind of highlighting the detail, right? Great detail. Yeah. I was really impressed with, you know, the way that they did her clothing and like the staff. Like, I'm super impressed with that. I think that's fantastic. I would like Jaina's waistline, so if we could make that a thing, like, who's your sculptor? Can we sculpt a version of this on my person, right? Now, the complaint, obviously when you start pulling apart things, you find stuff that you don't like, but the complaint is on Jaina's face. Now, I will admit, she does look a little Chinese in this picture, which isn't a bad thing, guys. So for anybody who's like, oh my god, she's Chinese,
say face now.
Like, I'm not, it isn't an insult, except she isn't Chinese. So there is a little Asian detail to her eyes, which I don't hate. I'm not going to be staring this chick in the face. Let me tell you what this is. This is literally, this is me
Stupid.
daily when my husband says something stupid. This is like literally my face.
This is the can you not fucking...
This is a combination of can you not and RBF all the way. Every female has RBF. Some people it's on all the time, like myself. I always look like I'm angry. Some people it's just situational. She has RBF. What's the fucking problem? She's a little emotional. But, so you look right, like you're right up in her face at this point. Then you go back out. What is the problem? I don't understand the hate.
I mean,
I'm not going to be making out with her.
Before. I mean,
she's upset that her boots are wet now.
You're stupid. They're frozen, actually, but...
Do you think that they stole that frozen concept from Jaina? Elsa does kind of look a little bit like Jaina.
I mean, kind of, yeah. I didn't even think of that, but...
I mean, Elsa did the braid first, I think, so I don't know.
I haven't even seen the movie, so...
I haven't. I'm not ashamed, and I fucking love it.
Watch it with your pugs. They'll love it.
I absolutely love the movie. Like, I don't have any shame there. So, guys, I want to hear your guys' thoughts.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Don't have a shut up.
Are any of you offended by her face?
I'm not offended.
Offended?
I like 95% of the statue. I just see the Jaina that we've been seeing all throughout Battle for Azeroth, and then you have this statue, and they don't match up, which I get, but again, Blizzard has the ability to, I guess, reach out to somebody else that could have matched it maybe a little bit better, in my opinion. And again, it's my opinion. I'm not going to buy the fucking statue because I would rather buy a new camera for the show or a new headset.
Yeah, there's a lot that I can do with that $350.
Exactly. So
here, they still have time. I'm not saying they will, because logistically it's going to be a nightmare. People are voicing complaints, and you should still voice your complaints. If you don't like the face, you don't like the face. Blizzard still has time. It's only in pre-order. If you don't like it,
true.
Blizzard still has time to say, fix the face. If you don't fix it, it's gonna be pushed to Q4, Q5, whatever, or Q1 rather, Q5. But
what year are you in?
But here's my take on her face. She's emotional, like you said. She's broken. She's angry, and she's focusing on a target. And I say she's focusing on her target because who's gonna stand like this, just like I'm voguing for a non-existent camera? She's angry. She's
Jaina could do that,
and she's holding the locket. So that strikes that even further. What Envy's saying, like, she's holding the locket.
I thought it was a charm or
whatever.
Necklace,
the fucking
pendant,
the thing that's her dad's that the mother took off of her when she first got there and then gave it back. Whatever.
No. Details are important. It's got to be a pendant.
Yeah,
because a locket would be one of the charms that opens up.
It opens up and has a picture.
Pardon me, I have Jaina's locket, so I was thinking locket. I'm sorry, but like, she's clutching it in her hand. There's emotion there. Like, it shouldn't. What do you want her to do? Do you want her to be fucking tap dancing? Do you want her to be laughing?
She might know how to do that.
I mean, it would be cool if she could river dance.
Have you guys seen the tunes in game when they laugh? Like when they're taking a selfie or when they do an emote? Like, that shit is scary.
Yeah,
the selfie
I love when Pop Bottles does it.
The selfie faces are just scary. Like, hide your wives, hide your kids.
Do one on the face.
There is one thing I do want Jaina to do.
I don't even know what the face, like, when you have like the selfie camera on, they do like they just do random faces. Like, what the fuck is it doing?
Oh, the yawn? Yeah, that's
it's like what the fuck is it doing?
That was cute.
Do that again.
No.
But
awkward screen.
What Envy said is correct. She's stoic and angry, and she's been dealing with a lot of this stuff relatively silently because not a lot of, like, people knew, but I mean, some of the stuff, you know, it is what it is. There's a lot of emotion there. I don't know what people were looking for. Like, do you want her to be juggling? I don't know.
Yes, I want her to be juggling while she's also river dancing.
I don't know what the expectation is there. I could see if it was like a different character, right? I feel like these statues are supposed to embody, you know, what this character is, right? Like, you wouldn't see, like, Illidan has resting bitch face. Ain't no one talking shit to him. He also doesn't look Asian, but that's okay. Like,
well, because you can't see his eyes.
Right, like, details. But I think, again, because I showed you a close-up picture, who the fuck is going to be like this in Jaina's face every day? And if you are doing that,
That's 350 well spent.
It's time to move out of your mom's basement, my dude, and get a girlfriend. Like, if that's what you're doing with your life.
Well,
Maybe that was the idea.
Well, I guess because Sylvanas' statue, like, there is that smirk/grimace thing going on.
But that's Sylvanas' character.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know.
Sylvanas
I don't anticipate, like, Jaina to have a fucking smile on her face. Like, I would never expect that. But
Jaina's, like, real stoic. Stoic
Right.
in the sense of, like, she's trying to stifle all the things she's feeling. Whereas Sylvanas is very full of herself. So, kind of a little bit of a smirk with, you know, that I'll fucking kill your cat face. I expect that from a Sylvanas statue. It would be weird if Sylvanas was, like, sad or
smiling.
Yeah, like, those things would be super weird for me. I wouldn't have any
one concern that I have, not even based on the appearance though, is that staff is gonna get fucked up
in transit.
in shipping. Yeah,
I would
'cause
imagine that it's
I remember
probably
an
not...
issue with the Sylvanas was like the bow or something broke, and the Illidan's wings commonly broke in shipping because a lot of people that do logistics don't really give a shit about your box.
Yeah, they probably
I'm not going to say I see it firsthand.
They've probably addressed the packaging problem. Like, obviously, they're doing that shit in a few parts. Like, I would imagine that they've gotten it somewhat
Addressed
right.
it with what?
Though I got books in the mail when I got the Chronicles, and it was, like, bent, and it looked like a dog had possibly tried to chew on it. I literally emailed and was like, why are there fucking what looks to be either human bite marks and or...
They're just testing the taste of the box. So it's good.
Where did you get these from? So I know.
Oh, it was Amazon, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure that the Chronicles was
Sure.
pre-ordered. It was pre-ordered on Amazon.
It was due to weather-related issues.
Right. Weather.
We're having weather-related issues. Why is there bite marks?
So, like, I'm kind of bored. No, I'm not kind of bored. I'm doing research right now, right? And so, like, I pulled up Jaina, and I know you guys can see in the background, like, me streaming the show, too. But I think because her eyes were bigger and her eyes are actually colored in, you know, all the Battle for Azeroth, I think maybe that's another issue.
Yeah, the proportions on the face just seem off, so it just seems like it's...
And I'm not saying that she needs to be animated, right? So I think because, and I know there's like a hint of blue in there, I can see it now, but I get it, like, she's angered.
Maybe she's just a little too Asian.
Maybe. It's not bad.
Guys, this isn't Asian hate, okay? Before anybody gets their pitchforks and we start hashtagging Asian Lives Matter on the internet, this isn't Asian hate, but she isn't Asian. Like, she's essentially appropriating Asian face. Like, that's what's happening.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, it's not bad. But again, I'm not going to buy it.
It looks like Anduin in drag.
It's actually... The correlation and visuals between her and Anduin are a little bit scary, I'm not going to lie. It does make me think that there's, like, some fucking out-of-the-wall plot twist where they're, like, it's beyond just, like, you're my aunt because you grew up.
It's a thing.
Like...
Is this where we're going next in the next expansion?
I'm saying we all know that Jaina and Rin were very close.
Not in that way.
How do you know? Nobody has any fucking idea. It's a fantasy world.
The only ones that know.
They've never said one way or the other. How does anybody know?
How do you? I mean,
how does anybody? Nobody can prove it wrong or right. That's the beauty of it. You can't prove it wrong or right. There's no way to know until Blizzard comes out and says it. But they do look oddly alike.
A little bit.
And he doesn't, I mean, I like that they've had his features kind of resemble, but I could see him being of close relation.
Related.
Wait, you think that Jaina is her dad? I mean, her mom?
I
Jesus,
think-
my brain. Oh my god.
It's a new millennium.
Yeah, like, nothing's off the table at this point in the age of gender
I thought you
fluid.
meant, like, no, that wouldn't be physically possible.
How wouldn't it be physically possible?
Because Anduin is already born.
Born when, though? Like, in terms of when Rin met
Well, I'd have to double check, but Jaina wasn't in Stormwind at that moment.
Who said she had to be in Stormwind? And if you have a mistress, are you going to show everybody in Stormwind Keep that your mistress is in your closet? No, motherfucker. You got secret doors and entrances and shit. Has nobody watched Tutors?
I'm talking about it. Physically, she was never in Stormwind at that moment. She was still part of Lordaeron and Dalaran.
How do we know Rin didn't make some escapes to get away from the wife?
Now you're just pulling stuff out of your ass, though.
Guys, the
he wants
thing
us to be a thing.
Okay, now if Jaina was of age and she happened to be in Stormwind sometimes during these timelines, then yeah, that's very plausible because they are like physically similar because they're both human. But you know,
listen, what does Spock say?
No, fuck what Spock says.
Live long and prosper.
No, when you remove, when you lift, you remove all your rules that you've put on something when you're trying to figure something out. When you remove the possibility of the impossible, you find your answer.
So what you're saying is we need Mari on the game.
Exactly.
You're
How
dumb.
great would that be, though, right?
We need to know, Mijo. We need to know one way or the other.
I'm just saying, here's the thing.
I'm waiting to see the envelope.
This is a fantasy world. This is a fantasy world that people created. We don't have any idea. We don't know. This could be some fucking Days of Our Lives shit 5 years from now. And we find
Jesus,
out,
I
like,
watch that all the time.
everybody was humping everybody, and now there's herpes across Azeroth. Like, in terms of story...
That's already happened once.
In terms of story, there's, there's
yeah,
always
like,
something that can be told that was impossible.
That was more syphilis.
Yeah.
I'm just, well, that's...
I mean, but it was eventually cured. Syphilis isn't.
But I mean, fantasy syphilis can be cured though, so.
We don't know that, man. Like,
God damn it.
Again, we don't know, because even if Blizzard says that is law today, tomorrow they'll retcon it and change it because that's what the fuck they do.
Okay, here's a bigger plot twist that I popped in my head because of Blowpro. So, what if Jaina is post-op Anduin from the future?
You're stupid.
It's, I mean, again, we don't know that. Here's a road Blizzard hasn't really walked.
STDs?
Gender and, is there a way to say things that don't offend people?
gender.
Gender identification?
No, like, sexuality in general. These things are lines that Blizzard hasn't really walked before, but the age upon us where the expectation, they've done it a little bit with Overwatch and things like that, but in terms of World of Warcraft, they haven't really walked that line.
They did.
Yeah, in terms of... Okay, yeah.
Hello, ma'am, or sir, ma'am, or whatever.
Oh, the tent. But that's a...
No. That's... He's talking about the turtles. Then they greet you. Like, hello, sir, madam, sir, and or ma'am.
But they've never had a compelling character story, which is... I think we've had the theory for a long time that Khadgar's gay. Right? I think I think we might have a Dumbledore type of situation upon us where we might find out that
Dumbledore is gay? Just kidding.
But I feel like, I just watched the new Fantastic Beasts and oh god, was it good. Anyway,
I'll be back.
It was really good. I was really happy.
I keep meaning to watch it actually.
Yeah, you should watch it. It was really good. I didn't think they could do any better, and they did. What?
I think that both they've done it in terms of fantasy because they cross species stuff isn't really common. But you learn a little about that where Illyria and Turallion, how they're in a relationship and their kid is half elf, half human.
That's
nothing in terms of
mixed race in everyday life.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like in terms of sexuality or gender identification,
they've never really walked that line where there's a couple that's of same sex or anything like that. And I
think they're afraid to do it though.
Yeah, because you piss off somebody no matter what you do.
I mean, no, not really, because they do it in Overwatch.
Yeah, they did
quite a bit all the time now.
But it isn't. The thing is it isn't relevant in World of Warcraft in the sense of that's never been something that's been introduced into the game. And for anybody who gets offended, this isn't a means to offend anybody with whatever it is you like to hump. That is not my concern. I love everybody. You like toasters? I'm in. Let's go.
Oh yeah, let me get a bagel.
But this is
favorite bath bomb.
This is in terms of where things are going. So it didn't piss Overwatch off, except it did. So you had half of the internet who was super happy about this Tracer situation. Then you have the other half of the internet that's like, why do we have to be trendy? Why do we have to walk this road? What's the purpose? I do agree that there are times, guys, and I don't care who takes me the wrong way, there are times when I feel like they do use sexuality as a means to rating boost or show that they, and I'm not talking about Blizzard specifically, I'm talking about things that you watch and listen to in general. I feel like that's a common thing that people use because they feel like they have to, because if they don't, they're considered a hater of, you know, whatever said thing is. So it isn't a case of like, I sit around thinking, well, I wonder why World of Warcraft hasn't put the gays in there, because that isn't what the question is. I think it's interesting that they haven't, in the sense of they could at any moment. There could be a compelling story that we might not have ever considered, and then boom.
In terms of important people they haven't done yet, but Bloodheart reminded me there actually is a quest where there's a night elf couple and they're lesbians.
Right, but you had to be reminded.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. No important.
There wasn't anything that was, you know, compelling. Anything that, you know,
right.
There was
got people
one
going.
quest. It was a Cataclysm quest. God, it was in the Eastern Kingdoms. It was one of those areas that was directly impacted by Nefarian, but it's these 3 quest givers. I think it's 3 at least, and they all have like a different story of like how they.
Oh, I'm gonna punch that dragon in the face.
Right, and at the end, like I rode my chopper to safety, and you have a choice. You can pick the hot blood elf, the hot night elf.
I do remember
or the
that
hot male blood elf. You bet your sweet ass I picked the hot blood elf male. But the idea is there. That actually might have been a really tasteless joke on Blizzard's part, or it might have done the opposite, the other way.
I would have laughed. I'm immature though, so there's that. But I think I wouldn't want them to do something that felt like they were trying to make fetch happen. I would like it to be in a tasteful manner, if that's going to be the case.
Yeah, don't do it just to do it.
Yeah, like, you know, put it in there and make it like in. That
Phrasing
sounded weird. The Tracer thing, guys, I'm not going to lie. I was bothered by that. And I was bothered by that because I felt like they were latching on to something that was a big thing in the community. And I felt like it was one of those things where, like, you don't want to be construed as racist, so you throw as many other races in the mix so that nobody can say you're racist. Like, my uncle's grandmother's dog is Mexican, so I'm not racist. Like, I feel like sometimes...
Impressive.
You know, but I also don't know, in terms of that story, the creators of these characters, to be honest, when these Overwatch characters first came out, I thought Tracer was gay. So it made sense to me because that's the way that it felt for me, and that isn't me, like, again, like, you have to be careful when you talk about these things, because everybody gets irritated and pissed off because they take you the wrong way. I did feel that was probably going to be her story because she was very typical for what I've known in my life. Which I appreciate. But I was irritated that it felt like, I don't know. I don't know, and I try to not have too much of an opinion on that, but it's like Black Panther. You couldn't even enjoy that movie because it was just made about race. It was literally everything relating to Black Panther on the internet was race related. And it got to the point where me and my husband didn't watch it until it was on cable. Honestly.
Ooh, cable.
For no other reason other than literally people on the internet ruined it because they made it about something that it had nothing to fucking do with. Nobody cares if they're black or white. Nobody gives 2 shits. These are characters that we have grown up reading about. If you could just fuck off in a direction, that'd be great. But the internet has a way of twisting things, which I think, again, in terms of story, we don't know what the future holds.
Yeah, true.
You know, what stories haven't been told? There's like a million where things have been alluded to. There's so many different possibilities that shit's exciting and scary. Like, surprise, you found out Gul'dan was really, like, a 13-year-old girl. I'm just saying that would be pretty cool. I watched a vampire movie where the chick was a vampire and she was, like, 12, but she was really, like, 200. Anyway.
Oh,
Let me in.
Like, interview
with the vampire?
No, let me in.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's a good movie.
It's a weird one to get into, but once you get into it, you're kind of stuck and you're like, whoa. We watched that last night. But, yeah, I think it would be nice to see different things unfold besides what we believe.
True.
And that brings me back to Jaina being potentially the mom of Anduin. I'm going to get so much hate mail, and I love it. I love that people get so wound up that they're like, I can't believe this bitch said that. How dare her?
Yeah, how dare you?
I think that it's nice to feel that the sky is the limit in terms of story, and I think it's nice for everybody who thinks they know, and then here comes a plot twist and you have no idea.
Are you embracing that idea if it happens?
Of her being his mother?
Yes.
I mean...
Are you going to accept that Varian cheated on his wife?
I've always thought him and Jaina slept together, so there isn't, like... And it's funny, because I should hate him, right? Because we know that's my rule. That's my #1 rule.
I mean, did they hook up at BlizzCon or something?
They might have actually probably roomed together and ditched everybody that week so that they could be disgusting behind closed doors. Like that.
See,
if I was them, that's
Secret and I weren't in our own rooms.
No, you were in my room. Let's change.
Listen,
But
that
I
was
think
quite
Jaina's
lovely.
classy. You know, I think she's a classy lady. I don't think she would do that. She holds honor, and the opening scene when you land in Kulteris rather. She really holds her values and her morals to heart. She could have said like, nah, yeah, fuck everybody. I accept your judgment, Mom.
So what's funny about your statement is Belle would argue that she does want to fuck everybody because she has.
We don't know that.
I think in Jaina's quest to solve her daddy issues, it is a tale as old as time. Behind every fucking stripper on the stage, guys, is a female with daddy issues.
So it's not like daddy issues that would cause those kind of issues. Because, I mean, she was like in her late teens, early 20s when that whole shit would happen.
What?
When she went to Theramore,
Uh-huh.
went over to Kalimdor before Theramore was there, and she founded Theramore, and Dane went over there to fuck shit up because he knew the Horde was over there, and when he ended up dying, she was old, so daddy issues wouldn't be an issue at that point, but because her only people that she's been together with was Calic and
Listen, she's had daddy
What's his
issues
nuts?
from day one because he wasn't really an active father.
Arthur.
I mean, her father figure was Antonidas.
Exactly. Behind every female with daddy issues
Is someone else.
You know who's gonna have daddy issues? Talia.
Anduin. Oh yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, true.
Wait, what?
And she probably slept with older men. Again, that is another...
Well, I mean, technically,
does
Calic
nobody
is
pay
fairly
attention
old
or watch
compared to
Dr.
her.
Phil ever,
but
guys? This is classic. I'm just saying. It's classic. However,
Yeah.
I do agree with Envy to a certain extent, which is kind of weird. I did, remembering back when we were going through getting to Kulteris, and I respected and appreciated the fact that Taryn Gregory and his team conveyed that she did have that pride, and that she literally said she could have, like, fucking turned her mom into an ice cube, and she just basically said, like, I'm gonna own it. That, to me, is very honorable. That's, even though she knew that it didn't go down the way that it did, like, to me, that's very honorable to kind of just accept it and take your punishment.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect that. And yes, the way that Jaina was always pictured, and I'm not the only one that thought that. So at first I thought maybe I was just being a cunt, but that's the case is not, because I'm not the only one that thought that. She seemed she seemed very easy, which before I get tweeted at, why am I hoe shaming? Guys, hoe shaming isn't a thing. We need to stop putting the word shaming behind opinion. Period.
Stop shaming my opinions.
Like, we keep throwing the shaming behind somebody having a fucking opinion. If you're a hoe, that isn't a shame. That is reality, boo.
Wow.
You know you are, I know you are, we know you are, we good. If you are so comfortable with the fact that you are a hoe, why are you pissed I'm hoe shaming? Or am I just calling a spade a spade? I'm a bitch. Guess what? It doesn't
Wait,
offend me.
is this a card game or are we talking about shovels?
I'm just saying, like, it isn't, having an opinion isn't shaming. It's reality. It's reality. What do you want me to say?
Well, I mean, it's fantasy, but...
Like...
Caught in a landslide?
I think we keep attaching these weird society labels to things, and it's so bizarre to me that as a society that we keep going in that direction. And it's like, if I have an opinion on the internet, I am shaming someone.
Mm-hmm.
How dare I?
Oh my God.
Guys, it is what it is.
That was a beautiful face, Envy.
Mm-hmm.
And the body shaming thing. Guys, body shaming isn't a thing either. There's insensitive and there's sensitive. Those are the key differences there.
For instance, I believe Cactu's body is beautiful.
Right. I think it happens to be not so much. But the reality is, nobody wants to see some people in fucking ass-swallowing tights at Walmart, guys. Some bodies don't belong wearing them.
I mean,
That
that's all I
isn't
had
a
to wear,
shame.
Belle. God.
I'm not
That's why I'm
shaming.
sharp at Target. Call.
I'm not shaming a body because how dare I not let them be who they are and let their fucking ass swallow their underwear. That's not a shame.
Yeah.
That's a statement of fact. I shouldn't be wearing some things and I don't because I'm smart. I'm a smart individual.
I love when Ren dresses like that.
Only
Same with
special
Envy.
days.
I was really disappointed that what you wore at DitchCon wasn't your actual muscles. It was.
We're supposed to
Aw.
tell people that.
But like,
You're not Russian either, so.
it's okay to have an opinion and it's okay to have an unpopular opinion. It's okay to have an opinion about something somebody says, about somebody's physical appearance, about things that they're doing in their life. It is okay for you to have opinions.
Mhm.
I'm judgy as fuck, and guess what? I don't care.
I don't care.
So, I mean, I guess, yeah, your point of view, yeah, for sure. Because, I mean, if you're shaming someone and they feel shamed, then they are shaming themselves.
Boom! That was actually my point. Why are you so
that's-
worried?
Yeah.
If you have nothing to be ashamed for, why you tripping? Why you posting? I just got hoe shamed. I just got hoe shamed because I slept with somebody's husband. Bitch! Hoe. The dude? Hoe. Y'all together in the same boat. No one is more hoish than the other. Y'all both disgusting.
Yeah, boats
They're-
and hose.
Boats and hose, exactly.
They're both disgusting.
So, Jaina, ho?
Faux show.
I think she might be. I think we might have saw the younger version of Jaina. And
oh, yeah,
maybe
no, what's a good word?
promiscuous is
Remedial.
probably what I would say.
That's like a Cal Poly Pomona freaking Jaina or something.
Wow.
No, I would say like.
Remedial
I just think
hoe?
she had daddy issues and she needed love. Ultimately, the root of all daddy issues is you just want love, and sometimes sex is love.
Gotcha.
I mean, yeah, no, that's who Arthas was to her.
Yeah, sometimes sex is
They
love.
were love
and
interest.
That the sex and love confusion is the reason a lot of people get married, guys. The two are not the same. Listen, your wife will kill you. And you're going to be, in a month, you're going to be in my house, so I'll probably kill you too. Don't
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Listen, we're gonna smoke meats and drink, so it's gonna be a good time.
Are you prairie dogging?
Hi, Rover. So, who is down for
Like a clown?
Charlie
Brown.
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 Damn it.
Go ahead.
Well, what if I think
We'll wait.
I'm so confused as to what's going on. I'm so confused. Honestly, I'm hungry, so I was thinking. I'm not gonna lie.
You keep on talking about smoking meats, and
I was thinking about ordering pizza, but then I realized I have food in the fridge. I just have to do stuff to it to make it good. But okay.
And you have all that shit in your drawers too. So there's that.
In final,
deliver your pizza. Jesus
in
Christ.
final, rounding out this situation.
Look, there's nothing to round out.
Round you out.
No, cause rounding out, like, we're gonna wind down now because I don't want to go too far over because I know you got sleep. Really?
He had some sleep earlier.
Yeah, 20 minute nap.
Yeah, like I want to be aware of your sleep and all that good stuff. But
I appreciate you.
so one of the things that obviously we're gonna be seeing some stuff about 8.2, right?
There you go.
Because we don't know how to live in the current patch. We don't know how to do those things. But one of the things that was talked about is the ability to be able to hide all different types of armor, right? So this got me to thinking.
Is that what I smell, Bernie?
Yeah, like this. I've been thinking about this shit all week. And the reason I've been thinking about this is because in World of Warcraft, because it's a different game, like there are a lot of games where that nakedness is kind of the expectation, right? It's something that a lot of games are known for. Like Terra, for example. I'm trying to think of games I played. Terra, there's a lot hanging out, and I'm not mad about it because it looks good. But how naked is too naked for World of Warcraft? In
Little
terms
Terran
of
that I stood next to today.
In front of a night elf, a new model.
He was thicker than a Snicker.
Was he bursting through the seams?
She sure the fuck was.
Oh my.
Oh yes, she was a holy priest.
So, is there a too naked? Do you feel like they're getting into... Because I know you're never really fully naked, right? Even though you can hide certain things, like you got...
In terms of Warcraft, if the skirt isn't below the knee, it's just too much.
Yeah, I just feel like... Is this setting up the tone for nips?
Are you talking about armor or like characters or just in general?
Well, if you can hide armor, like obviously you can hide. So,
there's another thing you got to think about too, though. Like,
but is there too much naked?
The artists in general, like, you know, when you graduate college, you're gonna get whatever job you get, right? You start off at an internship or whatever, right? Then you start progressing and whatnot. Everything about you at your age, your maturity, shows in your work. So I think, like, even a director, right? Like a director, like, yeah, go ahead and make some new armor for a priest, and it's just a leaf. He'll probably be okay with that because that's how he or she grew up. Same thing with the artist, right? But I would say so. You know as good as I do.
But we're not used to that visually.
We're not, but we got those young kids who apply and get hired, and they're
right.
the cowboys. They are the cowboys. They're like, I want to get shit done. I want my...
Yep. I want to make a name for myself.
I'm going to make a hoe.
They're the guys that are sitting at home whacking it to fucking anime. That's what's happening here.
You make that sound like it's a bad thing.
I'm not judging again. Like, you chafe all you want to, right? Handle your business. Like, do your thing.
Hashtag self-start.
Exactly.
Aww.
Like, I agree. However, do you feel like there's going to be some, like, what if just... Because I feel like maybe I'm just going to be naked. I'm just going to get on my cool Terran. I'm just going to fucking run around Baras fucking naked.
I don't think that's going to happen.
No, it's never going to go that far. It's always going to be like the underwear that they've had in the game. They might be able to change the underwear in the future, maybe.
Do you feel like we're going to be seeing nips soon, outside of male nips, which were weird at the beginning of Legion?
Nah, I don't think so.
They have to cater
to... No boobs in Vagine.
The one thing that I do respect out of Blizzard, a lot more so than any other company, is that they eventually will listen to feedback. And if something like using Tracer as an example, her pose, right? That drew a lot of backlash.
They sure did.
Blizzard's gonna be like, let's go.
Her ass pose.
Yeah, exactly. The
that
pose.
was the stupidest fucking shit ever.
But somebody threw a bitch fit about it. Everybody's gonna have
because they felt like they were what was the word used on the internet? They were
sexualizing her.
Oh, yeah, sexualizing her.
Hello, she has a vagina. She's already sexual, people. Outside of literally watching her go to town on someone in game, she's already sexual.
Okay.
You're not wrong.
Anyways, but yeah.
And women act like they don't like the fucking attention, lying assholes.
That's what it is. You know,
Oh my god.
and it happens for one reason, fellas and gals, because we have to protect the stakeholders. If you lose money at any
Yep.
Truth.
you're gonna make changes.
You're right. You're right.
And rent.
And perception is key. But I gotta be really honest. If I was Blizzard, I would.
Oh my.
If I was Blizzard,
Oh,
I would not
that's scary.
have backed down on that Tracer situation. In fact,
Oh,
if I was
God.
Blizzard, I would have made the Tracer booty even more
Booty.
booty. Because here's the thing. Women get on the internet all day long, and I always see these posts about, I was catcalled today. Bitch, nobody catcalls anymore. Where were you that you were catcalled? Walking to
The
fucking
60s.
Mickey D's?
Hell yeah.
And
Yeah,
if
they
you
were
were
an
being
extra on
cat-
Mad Men.
But if
Well,
you're
yeah,
being
let
catcalled on the way to Mickey D's, obviously it wasn't quality. Like, I'm just throwing that out there, guys. Like,
It
let's be
really
real.
depends on which McDonald's, though. I mean, there's a McDonald's in Chicago that R. Kelly likes to go to.
Listen, never in my life have I ever
Christ.
been catcalled. There's never. And I'm a relatively good-looking woman. Probably not anymore. I'm getting older, but like,
It's the RBF. They're afraid of you. You
Yeah.
said it yourself.
I'm just saying, like, these things that are occurring randomly, that all these occurrence, and some of these bitches are ugly that are tweeting that they were catcalled, and I'm like, bitch, you was not catcalled, you were barked at. Like, let's be honest. Like, that wasn't a catcall, that was a bark.
Damn.
But
Damn.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Name of the
this-
show, Barked At. Jesus.
This is why I don't have friends anymore. This is why nobody ever wants to hang out with me. Guys, this is single-handedly why I've lost every single one of my friends in my life, because I am an asshole.
I always tell my
So-
best friend, I always tell him, women are vicious. Just remember, he's single. He's still single. He was engaged. Yeah, long story, but he's still single. And I keep telling him, women are vicious. Just agree. Agree 100%. Even if it's your fault. She can be pissed off with you. You can sleep in your guest bedroom. It's comfortable because you're going to plan ahead. Nonetheless, let her have her way. Because women are vicious. They go for the fucking jugular every time. It's like, why do I got to keep taking the trash out? My wife will say, why are you a mama's boy with a tiny penis?
Jesus.
You know what? I'm not even mad about the trash anymore. I'll go ahead and take it out. Do you want me
We
to
are
do-
extreme. We don't have a chill.
Women have no chill. Exactly.
It's true. I can't even lie, because those are similar things that have occurred in this house. It's funny you said that, because I've been asking him to clean off the back porch so that I can set up the smoker, because bitch is ready. I've been ready my whole life. I've been training my whole life for this. I am ready. So
Training like Jaina training?
he was just randomly talking to me, and every time he randomly talked to me, I would be like, oh, kind of like how you did clean the back porch like you promised you were going to yesterday. Like, it was, every single thing was kind of turned back into that. And
Everything was an
this
intentional
motherfucker
jab.
was taking a nap last night, and I was like, why are you sleeping? You didn't do the back porch. You're not tired. The fuck? You watch YouTube videos today. Like,
Hell yeah. That's tiring. You have to
so
search for
yes,
shit.
women are, in fact, and Envy is 100% right. Sometimes it's easier to just give us what we want, and you don't have to go through the struggle, and you'll
You
get...
guys are mental terrorists.
Yeah. I
Also-
never deny that.
He was probably tired because he probably tossed and turned in bed a lot and he didn't get any sleep.
What was he tossing?
Himself, probably. But,
Aw.
No, we have
Hashtag self-start.
we have the bed where you don't, when you move, the partner doesn't feel it.
See, exactly, a viewer. I hate when my wife does that to me, so it's
Yeah,
global.
that's what we do. Because here's the thing. The next time I ask him to do something, he's going to remember that I nagged his ass for a full 24 hours. And every time he said something to me, I was talking shit. So the next time I ask for something, he's going to want to avoid that whole situation and just go do
By
it.
avoiding you. I mean,
Mhm.
He can't avoid me. What are you going to do?
No, you can't escape anything that loud.
Has anybody met me? Like, how? The only way to avoid me is to move the fuck out. And even then, I'm probably going to follow you because that's how I roll.
She'll find you, people. Believe me.
I'm just,
Mhm.
like, I'll know where, yeah, that's what I do. But, yes, I think we got way off topic, but I think it was a good topic. I would like to see some, not shakeups. I like that I don't mind being able to hide the armor and all that stuff. Like I've been waiting for that because there's some times when I just can't find the right pair of pants. So maybe I just want to be
natural for you though.
Right. So maybe I just want to be naked and just say fuck it. But how naked is too naked? Is anybody offended by additional naked? Is anybody offended by nudes?
Well, I mean, some of the armor that they have is pretty revealing. So I mean, I don't think you could get much more than that. Like, there's some plate on some cloth that it's like it almost it shows less than it shows more skin than the underwear.
It doesn't.
Just pick one of Sauce's random tunes. That's
because there's no nipple and because there's no.
I mean, just look up DPS banging right now. 100%. She's pretty out there.
I wouldn't want to bang that DPS. You did good too, by the way, for such a low item level.
What?
That's what I need in my raid.
Okay.
People that know how to play their class. And go on. Sorry.
Hold on, I know how to play my class. Fuck you.
I wasn't talking about you. Oh, you're offended. So I am talking about you.
Oh.
Why are you class shaming me, you son of a bitch? That's going on the internet. I'm tweeting about it, and I'm going to make it where all the white knights come and attack you personally.
That's why I invited Beandip to the guild.
Well, he'll be the worst player of us all, which is great. It makes me look good.
He'll be two worst players in the guild, Cactu and Beandip.
Aw,
right.
Same person.
Poor Cactu probably wants to kill us.
Probably.
No doubt about it.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what's going on in his life because he always has random emergencies, and I'm trying to figure out, like, did they kidnap somebody and he has to go, like, retie them up? Where exactly are you going, Cactu? I know you watch this shit. Where are you going? What's happening in your life that you're randomly disappearing?
One cannot ask the nature of a Canadian. Canadians do as Canadians will.
And then they'll apologize afterwards.
Well, sorry.
You're right. You're right about that. Yeah, that's a
Sorry
good.
to our Canadian friends, but we love you. We just stereotype like you, talk funny, and we shop at Walmart.
But we don't shame.
No, we don't shame. And I want to talk funny. Guys, I might be going to London in May. I'm actually really excited.
Me too, actually.
Yeah. May.
It's gonna be May
7th through the 14th.
I don't know when. It just happens.
I'm waiting for, like, the official, but, yeah, I might be. I don't even have a passport. I don't know how to internationally travel. I'm just going to be fucking putting Liam Neeson on my goddamn speed dial. Like, that's what's going to be happening.
I'm going to give you the best advice you're ever going to receive right now. Stay awake during the entire flight. When you land, it'll probably be like 9 a.m. or 3 p.m. Stay awake until like 11 p.m. Sleep, no jet lag. It's going to require a lot of Red Bull, cocaine, Musk, C4, Dr.
C4?
Yeah.
What are you blowing up?
The daily stuff. The daily stuff. But it's going to be interesting because I got to go to, I think I'm going to go to Cardiff also, which is like by where, I don't know, there's a difference. And I guess like.
Wait, isn't Cardiff the bad part?
No, it's not that's terrible to say.
It's East London.
There's a thing where the two are at odds and they don't like each other.
I think.
Oh, okay, cool.
We have an office on both sides, which is interesting.
So, like, if the potential is May, shouldn't you get a passport like now? Because doesn't it take a long while?
It takes a while.
How long does it? I don't know.
It's supposed to take a couple
I thought
months,
they gave it to you. You went and did it at the fucking local thing, and they gave it to you. Well, why did?
Do some research.
I don't know anything about international travel, people.
Fuck.
I do it all the time. I can help you.
Yeah.
I guess you're not going to London.
I have a question for you, Belle. I have a question for you, Belle. Are you going to meet up with a certain select group in London that would carry us through a heroic?
I totally forgot. Oh, see, I can pay an expedited fee. I'll just pay an expedited fee, and I'll just expend 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
No. You can pay the expedited fee and avoid the 6 to 8 weeks. It comes in 3 weeks earlier, but you have to just do it now. Save yourself time. Do it now. You don't need a visa for London. Just say you're in there for personal reasons.
And actually, I don't know how soon, but like for flying within the states as well, you need a passport depending on the type of ID you have in that state. So
wait, what did you say to me?
Arizona doesn't fall on that. Depending on your state license, you would have to get a passport to fly within the states.
I just phoned recently and I didn't have a passport, so.
I was saying not yet, but
yeah, it's going to be a thing eventually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Get up
I
and-
never
read the news.
I never bothered with a passport because for a really long time I couldn't have one. And then when I could finally have one, I didn't think another country would let me in their country. So I just said, fuck it, let's not do it. But it turns out I'm okay and they don't mind.
To answer or to in answer to your question, not question, but statement, Blow Bro, all U.S. visas, or rather passports, have the electronic travel authority. That being said, get your passport now. And do you travel a lot? If you do, get pre-TSA. It will save you a lot of time. It's worth the $85. It's good for 5 years.
I'll just...
Keep your pants on the entire time. Keep your shoes on. I'm not a terrorist. Let me walk through. I know I'm brown, but I'm the good brown.
What if
over the fence brown?
What if I like taking my shoes off? Just kidding. So
we don't personally. They smell. There's not a lot of acetone we can use on them.
Am I supposed to get a card or a book?
A booklet.
A book, yeah.
What's
You're
the
traveling
card?
overseas. The card is more like walking across, driving across.
What my ethnic partner said.
Yeah.
Do I want a non-standard or a standard?
Standard.
Okay, well, I'll get this shit done. I didn't know, and it's...
Mija, come to me. I got all your questions answered.
I barely found out about it a few hours ago in sense of I got an email saying, like, hey, we're going to go to London because we're going to meet... we're going to do some things over here, and then we're also going to set up some meetings with customers. So I was like, oh, okay. I do know that I'm going to... I do know that I'm going to New York in May as well, the end of May. And I think I'm going to Boston next month. I'm actually not sure.
Going to Boston? It's October 1st, 2020, by the way. For that in-house flying shit.
October, oh, what? Oh, 2020? Oh,
Yeah.
Shit, though. So, no matter what, I'm going to have a passport.
Yep. Because Arizona doesn't have the
We have
real
the,
ID.
we have the license that looks like you took it out of the Monopoly box because we're on a budget. Can't be
I
bothered.
have my license to show you. It's pretty funny, but yeah. The new licenses are pretty cool. But I'm sorry for our younger viewers. You can't use the new licenses.
Listen,
they're
the new licenses, it's really, really hard to pop a fucking lock.
You can't even fucking fake a new license. It's horrible.
It's so flimsy that you can't really pop open doors. I'm not saying that...
Oh my god.
There have been times in my life when that came in handy. And when that isn't happening, it's a sad state of existence.
Is that when you tried breaking into Mike Morheim's house?
Oh my god. Maybe.
Wait, you too?
Sometimes I have to be very careful of the things that
And
I
then
say.
she dropped her ID.
I have to
Hashtag miss you, Mike Morheim, if you're listening. Appreciate it, but probably unlikely.
He's got a
but
cocktail in his hand. He don't give a shit.
Sure doesn't.
He has money. He has time.
So now you guys have learned what to do about passporting.
Jesus.
Which...
And you can use a durable ID to pop open a lock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
You didn't know that, Rib? Jeez.
No, I know. Jesus. I wouldn't use my ID. I'd use a credit card.
You listen to MGK, don't you?
Oh my god.
Oh, we got a sub 2 months in a row. Hold on.
Okay. Fantastic music.
It's my theme music.
That's fun.
Let me see. That's my theme music. Hey, we appreciate you. We appreciate everything that you do.
Mm-hmm.
So, topics for
Donkey
tonight.
roll.
I want to know your feelings on naked. Do you accept nudes in game for carries? And do you shame? Or have you been shamed?
No. Yes.
What are your thoughts on Jaina potentially being Anduin's mother?
You're going to give me an aneurysm with that one.
And
But not potentially.
I think that's pretty much all I was interested in knowing. And, your thoughts on sexuality.
We're gonna
have
a. Sorry.
No, I think this was a good quality show.
Yeah, and the statue.
We're gonna have a Springer style show, and like, she is not the mother.
I think that
It's
would be...
Maury, but you triggered me, so you can go to hell.
Oh my god. Stupid.
But what makes it really funny is, like, the dudes get so happy when they're not the father. You fucking scallywag scum. Get the fuck out of here. Like, if it was me, I'd be sad.
You need to go to YouTube and look up Mari, You Are Not the Father, Guile Edition. Because they play, like, the Guile theme on everything. You are not the father. Doo, 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 doo. It is the greatest thing you will ever watch.
That's
I
funny.
promise.
I didn't get a chance to view because I was busy choking to death. Last time you had me on a YouTube binge, I was fucking 7 seasons deep into some Chris Hansen shit.
You
That's
are
terrible.
welcome. And then he got arrested a day later.
And he did. It was terrible because he didn't pay his bill. It was terrible. All right, guys, we are going to get the hell out of here. I apologize for anything I said that could have offended. Just shame me on the internet.
We're not shaming you.
Yeah, just shame me on the internet.
Shame.
I'm not shaming you or anybody except Cactus, maybe being dumb.
Hashtag and label me as a shamer. Also, I did this week's episode of the Rolling Restart with Ro. Make sure you go check that out. It was actually a really good one. There's some pretty good rants. But, guys, it's time to get the hell on out of here because I am starving.
Oh, yes.
Hi, starving.
Well, I had an apple because you guys know I have an apple. I eat an apple a day.
I did. I was saying hello to you, but you were muted the entire time.
Do you want me to send you a pizza or something? I'll do that.
I really am not sorry. I'm not sorry for anything I said ever. I would never apologize. Even when I know I hurt someone's feelings and maybe I feel bad about hurting their feelings, I will never back down, like, ever. My husband hates that. He's like, you never show emotion when we're fighting. That's not the time to show your fucking sensitivity. You got to have, like, 0 feeling. Otherwise, you lose.
Hey, Belle.
Exactly.
Hey, Belle, I have a question for you. And I have to ask this question because I know better. Do I have permission to make a raid call out for, like, people to join our raid? Because I would really like to do that right now.
You don't have to ask me for permission.
I know better because you're a woman.
I literally let you vape on the show the last 3 episodes.
I know I'm pretty lit and drunk right now, but we are doing heroic mode. We would appreciate more people to join our wonderful raid. You get to deal with my drunk high ass. And, you get some heroic bosses. You get a good time. We need some range, mage preferably, a monk.
Healer,
another healer, great healer. Somebody that can pull over 30
fuck?
heals per second. Not calling anybody out, but,
able and capable is the key.
Handy capable.
If you know friends, bring them over. Even if you just want to join the guild, we're a blast. Just come on by. If you don't stay long, that's not going to hurt our feelings. Just do it.
Just kidding. I'll hunt you down and set your house on fire.
Probably will, but I won't care. I'll be getting high outside with pugs.
Oh my god.
We really do need...
But they probably will.
We do need good people. We need good people. We need to bring some life back into old things, guys, and I need your guys' assistance. I'm calling out. We need a hero.
I need a hero.
We need some heroics.
We need a Mythic 10.
We need Mythic plus able and capable people that play when I play.
We need a Mythic 10 that includes me.
Sundays and Mondays, although Mondays is really tough.
Yeah, Mondays is rough, for sure.
We have, an open spot for 2 DPS.
I was thinking of dropping Monday's raid by an hour. Like, moving it down.
Oh, I thought you said we only raid for an hour.
No, moving it down.
I know, you just ruined my day.
I gotta do something because it's unfair and I don't know.
So your husband says. Anyway.
So I might do that. But yeah, Sunday nights and Monday nights.
But stop by. We had a recent member join. Somebody who listens to podcasts. I am so sorry. I don't remember your name, but you joined the Kiko. That's who it was. Kiko. You joined the guild recently. Thanks for joining the guild. I hope it's been a blast so far. Feel free to reach out to any one of us. We're more than happy to help. But come on by. Stop by. We got stories. We got
Show him your wiener, because Envy really likes that.
I will show you my pug's wiener. That's a normal thing to do. If my pug was here, I would show you his wiener, but he's shy. He's bashful. He doesn't want to
get his band.
And that too. So.
While we are here, I do play randomly, though it is getting better. ? I think it's getting better for my work. It's getting there. Kind of. Today was a bad day.
Just like how Mondays are getting there for us.
My mentor was let go today. It was a terrible day.
That sucks.
Oh, right?
Yeah. It wasn't super terrible for me in the sense of, like, I'm cool, but, it sucks. These kinds of things, it's just the nature of business.
Yep.
So, but I am trying to desperately make that better. But right now my game time is usually a little bit on the later side, and then I do sometimes randomly in the middle of the day when I can go unnoticed. I do things, but
She really does, people. We actually took her on an 8 mythic. We failed the mythic, but she.
it was not my fault. We failed the mythic, though.
Oh shit! Sorry, guys. Did I pull that?
Okay, I pulled one thing, but I did not pull again after that, and it's not my fault. Our healer was shit.
You didn't have to pull X after that, and don't worry, it wasn't your problem. It was only bolstering last week. It was my problem. I don't mind fixing your problems.
Listen,
This is what I do. Thank
No. It wasn't my problem. You guys pugged a shit healer. That's your problem. Pug better.
You know what? Pug or Cactu, it's the same thing.
Guess what?
Oh,
This is a
God.
classic case of why Raider IO can't tell you if a person is actually good. Because they were like, oh, Raider IO score, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, really? Raider IO score is we're dying every 17 deaths before we even got to the final fight, guys.
By the way, people pay for Mythic Plus carries. That's how they get the Raider IO up. Be careful, Raider IO doesn't accurately tell who's what. And if you're paying for those services, I am so sorry. Join our guild. I will carry you through at the very minimum an 8.
At the bare minimum. Don't ask for no 10 bullshit. 8.
You will get banned. I promise you. You will get caught and eventually get banned. Just join our guild. We will do keys. We'll be happy. Maybe, possibly. I don't care. Just
yeah, that's.
I only do keys when I know my quality of life is going to be improved. I thought we were going to have a healer, so when he was like, we're plugging a healer, I'm like, fuck.
Hey, hi. I have a healer.
You were on me. Well, you're like, hey, I gotta go to sleep. I gotta go to work.
You did say that. And I was like, fuck. So we did.
You're
We
right.
pugged it. And it was he was a paladin healer. It was really bad.
It was a druid eater.
Was it druid? Who was the
Yeah.
paladin? Oh,
It was shitty. Shitty's
it was shitty on us.
or Alex. But yeah, we.
Yeah. And I admit we get relatively spoiled over really good healers. So when there isn't one, I'm like, what is this? What do you mean we can't pull? Because if something happens and I ask pull or whatever the case may be, usually it's recoverable. I have a lot of AoE too as a warlock, so usually we can fix it. But when you don't have a healer going into it, like...
Yeah. Speaking of which, it's a fairly easy week, unless you're range. It's teaming, bolstering, and tyrannical, I believe.
Volcanic.
Volcanic. Thank you. Volcanic, teaming.
Because it just aggroed me the entire time yesterday.
It's not my fault that you ran ahead of the group, dude.
I do need 10s at minimum, I think. Well, I got a good 400. I got a 400 feet. What
Is
did
that
we
a
do?
keystone, or should I feel sorry for your husband?
Did we do an 8? Is that what we did Sunday?
I mean,
9.
yeah, we did an 8.
I got
Technically,
400 feet, but if
We did an 8.
I need better because all my gear's almost 400. So now I got to step it up. I need to do probably at least a 10 at minimum on Sundays.
Anyways, at me at Twitter. Get on the
This
game.
motherfucker said
Make
at
it-
me at Twitter.
I don't give a damn. I'm just
Lena,
at
are
me
you
on
listening to
Twitter.
this? He said at me at Twitter. Lena, what have
Oh,
we
yeah.
done to your husband?
Alright, fine. At me at Twitter. At me at Instagram. I promise I'll read it someday. In any case, do Mythic Plus keys with us. Even then, just we can pull you in if you need one. Blizzard ID makes this really easy. So Real ID rather makes this really easy to join in on the fun. Don't pay for this, please. Do not pay for this for the love of God. You will get banned, and at that point, it's the same as Darwinism, and you really want to be connected to Darwinism.
On
Yeah.
that note, I'm going to leave you guys to ponder. Ponder Darwinism and what you really believe. Do you believe in evolution, or do you believe we just appeared?
We're all monkeys, people. I'm just saying.
Guys,
Sorry, grapes.
the show will always be a shit show, and I wouldn't have it any other way. We are going to go ahead and get the hell out of here. Thank you for spending your 2 hours with us every week. I appreciate it. You're a dude. He's a dude. We're a dude.
We're all dudes.
We're all dudes.
We're all
Good burger.
brats at this point.
I'm hungry.
Welcome to Good Burger.
I'm just going to let the intro go on that note because that was a little weird.
Actually, an outro, but whatever.
Oh.
What did I say? Oh, I do need to fix it. I need to add
It's the intro for the outro,
That intro, you're still thinking about
so that it can go into the credits for.
So let's talk about this passport situation. So how do I? As I'm stressed out, you stress me out.
Go to
No,
the
you
post office.
stressed yourself out.
Go to the main post office wherever the fuck you live, probably Phoenix or whatever the fuck there
No,
is.
there should be a post office
I
locally.
don't fucking live in Phoenix.
I don't fucking know where the fuck you live. Just go to fucking post office. They'll tell you where to
Such
go.
violence in the world today.
And they will tell you what to do. From there, bam. Once you get your passport, your pre-TSA will be easy.
Can I just send them money and they just give me stuff, or does that not work that way?
Send
Nah,
the money regardless.
Yeah, true.
Guys, now you just heard the correct way to get a passport. We out.
You know what?